Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. If you are new here, which you most likely are because I am new to YouTube as well, my name is Nicola. I work in the travel industry and I've decided to bring you along on my travels as we explore some iconic, interesting and intriguing hotels around the world. Oh my gosh guys, the view. Like open up the space or close the space. A packet of M&Ms would be $10. Really annoying. You have all these taxes added on top. Ever seen in any other hotel. You're gonna be shocked. It's an illustration of Richard Branson, who's obviously the founder. So yeah, we really need to decide if this suite is worth $1,200 a night. I have flown across the pond to what is one of the most famous cities in the world, where the pace is fast, the lights are bright, and the skyline is legendary. It's the city that never sleeps, but I'm looking for the ultimate place to rest my head. So join me as I check into the luxury 5-star Virgin Hotel, New York, in the heart of Nomad. We're gonna do a full room tour, go and check out the bar, the restaurants, and their facilities. So let's go. I heard that this is the Where's Richard mural, so apparently he's in there somewhere. Let me know if you can spot him, because I haven't yet. And this is gonna be my home for the night. Let's go check it out. Oh my gosh, guys, the view. My gosh. That we're in New York, Manhattan, and I know it's a suite, but the space in here is incredible. Space in Manhattan is a luxury, and although this is the Grand Chamber suite, I did think they'd kind of get away with giving you a bit of an additional space that was more like a snug or a den because we're in New York. So yeah, I'm really happy with the square footage that's going on here. Right, so before we get into the room tour, I'm gonna give you the information that I know you really wanna know up front is how much was this room? So to stay in the Grand Suite Chamber suite tonight, it costs $600 US. Don't forget though, you've got to add your taxes and fees. So it came to a total of $736. And forgive me guys, I cannot remember if that includes breakfast or not. So stay tuned and we'll obviously figure that out in the morning. Just to be aware though, the price of this room almost doubles to $1,230, including taxes and fees in the summertime. So like July and August. So if you are thinking of coming and you want to have the suite, you might want to think about kind of going off season. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to have a little off-piece rant because what I find really annoying being a UK national when I come to the States is that you see a headline price for a room, so the $600, and then you have all these taxes added on top. So you kind of like, yeah, it's $600, okay, and then you've got your state tax, you've got your city tax, you've got your amenity tax, you've got to breathe the free air tax, you know, all these things just add up, and I think it just hurts a little bit more when the price starts here and then goes up, rather than just seeing what the price is in its totality in the first place, like we do in the UK. Am I wrong? Am I right? Is it just me? Let me know. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing, but it kind of irritates me a little bit. So yeah, we really need to decide if this suite is worth $1,200 a night. So as we walk into the room, I hope you can just see how the room catches the light so beautifully. So the first thing we come across is this cute little seating area. It's quite a simple little setup with a little bit of artwork above. They've got a traveler magazine so you can plan your next adventure. In all honesty, the room design is quite sort of plain, basic, neutral, almost a bit bland, if I dare. I mean, you've got this, you know, simple round table, very sort of plain corner sofa. It's got a nice piece of artwork above there, and a little table here with a TV remote and a lamp. I guess I just thought for the Virgin brand, it'd have a bit more sort of energy and fun and be a bit more racy. I love this event they've got advertised on their TV. It's every Thursday, Girls Need Love. Tarot card readings, shred your ex, female DJs and cocktails. I think if I was in town for longer, I would definitely be heading there. So this is the refreshment area, and every single room has one of these signature red mini fridges. So let's have a look what's inside. Okay, we've got some wines and champagnes and beers. I feel like this is suitably stocked to everyone's taste. Oh, they've got a vodka spritz. Oh no, it's got cucumber and mint in it. I don't think actually that would be my cup of tea. But I definitely will have the wine and the water for sure. As you know, I'm not a coffee lover, but I feel like this is a really decent coffee machine. I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce the name. But down here, you've got some pods and some more pods in the drawer. So hopefully that's enough coffee to keep you going. And you've got some like espresso mugs or some bigger like latte mugs as well, which are branded, very nice. And then we've got some snacks and some nibbles here, which are meant to be based on street prices. So let's have a look. One thing I do really appreciate at the moment actually is a paper minibar menu, because going onto the TV and logging into the app to get the price is sometimes a little bit tedious. Right, okay, so street prices, let's have a look at I was looking at the M&Ms. Where have the M&Ms gone? Here we go, it took me a second to find them. M&Ms, I don't know if you can see that, it's $10. $10 for M&Ms. That isn't actually giving street prices to me. To be honest, I haven't actually bought a packet of M&Ms in a while, but I don't feel like if I walked into Target tomorrow, a packet of M&Ms would be $10. So I feel like they've lied, guys. I feel like they've lied. But I do love the range and selection of everything that they've got, and I would treat myself to a little something here and there, so it's okay. Guys, I've just spotted something else with their mini bar snacks that I have never seen in any other hotel. You're gonna be shocked. So just make sure the kids aren't around, this underage content. Guys, they have got a branded couples kit. Like, has anyone seen this anywhere else before? I have not seen this, but anyway, I think we're just gonna leave that there, yeah. And on the top shelf here, they've got a few more refreshments. There's some still and sparkling water. And then, wow, they've got a decent size amount of vodka and whiskey to keep you going, yikes. Really lovely king size bed. And again, I feel like this sort of simple design runs through. Very simple chair in the corner and bedside tables. You've got some blinds here, so at least you know we can block that light out so we can get a good night's sleep. And there's a really good sized TV on the wall. The way the light bounces into this room is gorgeous. It just gives it this peaceful Zen kind of vibe. Throughout the suite, what's great is you've got these sliding doors, so you can kind of like open up the space or close the space however you wish. Takes you into the dressing area, where first we've got a couple of double closets, so one each, which is great. Okay, so there's only one bathrobe, although this is a room for two, but we'll skip on that one for now. Oh, what I do love is, and I saw this on the website, they've got a yoga mat, so I might actually do a bit of stretching in the morning, guys. Very excited about that. That's quite a unique feature for a hotel. Right, let's have a look what's in here. Just a laundry bag, and there's an iron and ironing board in there as well. Okay, in this closet, nothing too exciting, but we've got the safe, and have we got anything in here? No, just some more storage space for you. Now this area just makes my heart sing. You might not get it, but I don't know, just as a girly girl, it just makes me feel so happy. What I love about this area is it's just such a nice, inviting space. And you can put your makeup here and your skincare here. A lot of hotels, you go into the bathrooms and you're fighting for space to put all of your bits and pieces. And you can just lay it all out. You can take your time to get ready before you go out for a night out on the town in New York. And yeah, it just kind of relaxes me. It makes me feel happy. Anyway, that's the kind of thing that I would enjoy. So yeah, I'm not sure if you would enjoy it too. I just had a quick peek. The size of this shower is very impressive. Right, wait until you see this. I hope you can kind of get the sense of it on camera. This shower cubicle is huge. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be in this shower forever tomorrow. And we've got another set of jumbo size shampoo, conditioner and cleansing wash. And there's a shower attachment or a rainfall shower if you prefer, so you can choose. And finally, the last sliding door takes us into the lavatory and sink. And I don't know if you can get the impression of this in camera, but this space is huge. We're in Manhattan. I reckon this toilet and sink is like the size of some people's studios. It's unreal. I do really like this kind of marble, simple design sink and mirrors and matching lights. It's very elegant. Right, so I just wanted to show you a couple of sweet little features that I thought were really cute. So when you check in, your room key is actually this playing card, and on the reverse it's an illustration of Richard Branson, who is obviously the founder of the Virgin brand, and it's got the love hearts on it, and I just thought that was really sweet. And then also when you check in, they're like, we've got a love letter for you, and of course it's not actually technically a love letter, but I like the sentiment, and it's just a letter that's got all the details of where everything is and what times, like the restaurants and the spa and the gym and things like that are open. So yeah, it's not every day you get a love letter when you check into a hotel. Another interesting feature to this hotel is that it's pet friendly, unrestrictedly pet friendly. So you can bring your cat, bring your dog, which is great news for animal lovers. However, I am somebody that suffers very severely from allergies from cats and dogs. So although I did have a cat in the past and he passed away, I had to buy him specifically so that he didn't affect my skin condition. So I'm just a little bit concerned about being here, knowing that there's potentially been animals in this room and then the sort of cleanliness of that afterwards. So I think that is very much a me problem, but it is just something that concerns me a little bit. Perfect, thank you. The classic cocktails are $19 a piece. The Passion Star Martini sounds good, but maybe a little bit strong for me right now. And there's some champagne options there too. Sorry guys, I left my mic in the room, but I went for a boring option of spaghetti, but it looks very tasty.
Heat back production.
Hi guys, so I am back in my room after my first evening here, and overall I am very pleasantly surprised. So the room itself, I think the first thing that gets you is just how spacious it is, and considering where we are, it's pretty incredible. It's very clean, it's very modern, and the views are fantastic. And also, let's not forget, we are in an incredible location. So it all stacks up to be a brilliant stay so far. I then went down to have some food in the restaurant. I went for some spaghetti. And when I tell you, the food arrived and it was piping hot. It's like it left the chef's hands and landed straight onto my table. And I think when you have food, it's just little things like that that you really appreciate. I washed it down with the obligatory glass of Prosecco, which is standard procedure, as you know, at this point. And then I took a little wander around the neighbourhood and stumbled into an Irish bar. And it's actually St. Patrick's Day here, so it was very lively. There was some great live music going on, which I hopefully showed you in some clips. And just had a little drink there and a little kind of soaking up the atmosphere and the whole vibe, which was really fabulous. I'm now back. And now that I'm back from my evening out, what I realise is this room is missing one thing that is very important to me. And that is a kettle. Like, really right now, all I want to do is have a peppermint tea. And even if you've got a coffee machine, if you run hot water through it, it inevitably is going to taste of coffee. So it just isn't quite the same. So I'm going to have to wait till morning to get my peppermint tea fix. So I'll just have to wait. But after my evening meal, I do actually fancy a little bit of a sweet treat. So I am going to just go and have a little look in the mini bar. And I fancy maybe some of those biscuits. So I will do that. And then I will be retiring to bed. And then we'll get up in the morning and we'll see what the gym and breakfast has to say. Good morning from New York. I've not long woken up and I had a great night's sleep in this lovely big comfy bed, which apparently is patented. I'm not really sure why. It's like an ergonomic kind of thing. But yeah, great night's sleep. And the plan of action really for this morning is to go and find the gym, which apparently is on the 5th floor, and then hopefully go and find something to eat for breakfast. Right, I am ready for the gym, so let's head out. Right, that is my workout for the day done. I just did a quick 20 minutes and I am gasping for water. They've got a water fountain, but no cups. So I think, yeah, for a 5-star gym, that's a little bit odd. So they have like a smart lift system here. So you press where you want to go and then it will tell you which lift you need to go to. So we are going into elevator 4. And here is the red branded lift, which is very on the Virgin theme. This is the ladies' changing rooms, and I have got the whole place to myself. And at reception, when I checked into the spa, I was given my own towel, slippers and robe. Right, I am very ready to go and have a little bit of relaxation time in the spa. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to take you with me, but if I do, it's probably going to be on my phone. So see you in a bit. This is pure bliss. That spa experience was very relaxing, and now I'm ravenous, so it's time to go and find some breakfast. I'm not sure what floor it's on, so I'm just going to go and take a wander and see if I can find it. So this is the Everdeen breakfast menu, and I feel like there's plenty of choices. And I think I'm going to go for the build your own omelette with some juice and tea. So this is another really cute thing they have. I'll introduce you to my breakfast companions. This is Wilbur and this is Orville, and they are named after the American aviation pioneers who were credited with inventing and flying the world's first successful motor-operated aeroplane. So again, it's very much on brand for the Virgin Atlantic brand, but they've got them here at the Virgin hotels too. This looks like a very traditional American breakfast. I'm very happy because I've finally got my peppermint tea and I've got it to go. The bill for breakfast is $45.10, and that includes a $7 tip. So one nice thing to know about this hotel is that it's relatively new. It only opened in 2023, and within its first year of being opened in 2024, it was awarded the #1 hotel in New York, which is an incredible achievement. And that was voted for by the readers of Leisure and Travel World, and they based that on the amenities, the rooms, service and location. There's obviously a plethora of 5-star hotels to choose from in New York, and I think some of the ones that have been here for years and years and have that kind of legacy to them, unless they've had a refurb, they're starting to get a little bit dated and a little bit rough around the edges. So if you want something that's new, that's clean, that's fresh, that's modern, this is definitely going to be right up your street. So the cute little anecdote that I love about this hotel is that this New York hotel was a vision of Richard Branson's from back in the day when he initially launched Virgin Atlantic in 1984. So the first flight was from London Gatwick to Newark, and he'd said at that time that his dream was to have a hotel in New York. And it happened, but it took 40 years for that vision to become a reality. And I think it's just a really nice reminder to us all that sometimes the things that we want in life will take time and they will take patience. And I think that for me, with my little channel here, that is very much something that I need to take on board at the moment. But yeah, if you're watching this, thank you for being here too. So my time here at the Virgin Hotel is almost up. And so with that, we're going to do a little wrap up, and here is what you need to know. So firstly, the taxes for people who don't live in the US, they start adding up real quick. So you've got things like $97 tax, which is a state hotel tax. Then you've got a $35 amenity fee, and there's like 3 or 4 other taxes that kind of add up. So just bear that in mind when you're costing up the price of your room. I haven't been able to go to the pool because it is not summer and it's freezing outside, but just FYI, if you do use the pool in the summer, it's free and available up to 11:30, but after 11:30 in the morning, it's for age 21 plus only, and also you need to pay for a sun lounger. And I don't really know how I feel about paying for a sun lounger at a hotel that I'm paying to stay at. It doesn't really sit right with me, but to add to that, it's a very small pool area and we're in New York, so it would be super busy, and I'm guessing it's their way of dealing with supply and demand. So that's what they're doing. Also, to let you know, the spa is run by like a third-party company. So even if you just want to go and use the basic facilities and not have a treatment, there is a standard day pass, which is $50. Just so you know. And last but not least, the prices of these rooms and suites really can almost double in the peak summer months. So just be mindful when you're planning your travels. If you're doing it in advance, it might be worth you coming in like May or June rather than July and August. So yeah, I'm just trying to save you a few pennies. And these are the things that I loved. Number one has to be location. If you want to be in the thick of it in New York, this is definitely a great base to have, because within 10 minutes you can be at the Empire State Building, Grand Central Station, Madison Square Gardens, Times Square. They're all walkable distances from here. And I think even if you want to hit up the Broadway theatres, you're looking at about a 12 to 16 minute walk. So everything is accessible and everything is easy to walk to from this location. The space in this suite is incredible. So if you want to spend like an extended period of time in New York and you don't want to feel like you're staying in a closet, I think a suite like this would be perfect for you. Right, there's also the fact that we've got the pool and the spa, and that is not always something that you are going to have with a New York hotel. A rooftop pool is very, very rare. So although we've looked at the downside and the fees and all that kind of jazz, the fact that you can be walking the streets and doing your shopping and all of that jazz, but then still be at a hotel where you can spa and you can chill by the pool in New York in the summer, I think is a really nice touch. And then the last thing I love is the fact that it's so new. It's fresh, it's modern, it's clean. There's absolutely no signs of wear and tear everywhere. The staff are really bubbly and happy and excited to be here. So yeah, for me, this has just been such an incredible space to be in and experience, and I've absolutely loved it. So do let me know what you thought of the hotel, and if there is another hotel in New York that you would like me to review, because we could always come back. But yeah, that's it for me. Goodbye for now, and I will see you in next week's video.